Falling in love with someone from a different culture, background, or religion can feel like destiny until real life differences begin to surface. So how do you honor each other's unique traditions, beliefs, and backgrounds without clashing? And more importantly, how do you build a love that embraces both of your identities? That is what we are going to discover in this video today. So stick with me until the end to find beautiful insights and answers backed by both spiritual wisdom as well as scientific research. Relationships that cross cultural, religious, or social backgrounds have a unique beauty, but they also come with challenges. And research shows that these couples often experienced more growth because they're required to actively develop skills like empathy, communication, and compromise. Indeed, the more your love is tested, the more sacrifice needs to occur, the deeper the bonds of love can go, the deeper the roots run. However, without tools, misunderstandings and unmet expectations can cause friction, tension, and even separation. So from a scientific perspective, couples who successfully manage cultural and religious differences often have higher levels of adaptability and mutual respect, and also emotional intelligence. And that's a beautiful thing. From a spiritual perspective, we learn that diversity in the human family should be the cause of love and harmony, as it is in music, where many different notes blend together to create a perfect chord. And with that lens, we can now explore how to make your differences a strength and not the source of conflict and contention. The first thing is that you need to embrace curiosity and not judgment. Because one of the most important principles in navigating cultural and religious differences is to have a posture of curiosity, not to judge what we don't know or what may seem different, but to try to understand why and to try to see the beauty in certain customs or differences. Another scientific insight is that studies show that partners who are actively seeking to learn about each other's cultures and beliefs are way more likely to feel connected and understood, because curiosity reduces assumptions and really truly encourages open conversation. So as a practical tip, I want you to ask your partner about certain traditions or beliefs that they hold and really try to listen without judgment. Listen to understand and listen to try to see the beauty. And you can try saying things like, "I'd love to understand more about why this is so important to you." It is crucial to see differences as opportunities to learn. It teaches us that through diversity, we can become whole, both as individuals, but also as a couple. This will enable you also to build a foundation of shared values. Because even if your background or culture or religion seem different, you still share core values that unite you. Again, research indicates that couples thrive when they focus on shared goals. Shared goals can also be qualities like trust, honesty, kindness, or building a future together, rather than getting stuck on external differences. So again, I want you to take time to discuss your long-term vision for a life together with your significant other. If you guys have these shared long-term visions of what you want to accomplish, you're way more likely to be able to stick together on the day-to-day because you know where you're heading. So you can try asking them, what values do we both want to bring into our relationship, no matter where we come from? And really, truly seek to listen and to not prioritize your values over theirs. Unity does not mean uniformity. Harmony between the different diverse elements of a population or of a couple can really actually strengthen it. I believe in unity and diversity. That is the goal. It is possible to respect your partner's beliefs without needing them to be identical to your own, because you enrich each other. It is important, if you come from different backgrounds, to learn about the art of compromise, when to compromise, when not to compromise. And that's where a lot of couples actually get into some trouble. Because navigating differences requires compromise, not just having an open mind and an open heart, but also the ability to not compromise at the cost of your own personal integrity. And again, scientific studies show that couples who successfully manage cultural or religious conflicts learn how to negotiate. It doesn't mean that one person always gives in. It means that you learn to find solutions that honor both people. So, as a practical tip, try to think in terms of win-win thinking. Instead of focusing on who's right, ask instead, how can we create a solution that respects both of our perspectives? By doing that, you're working as a team and you're honoring both of your points of view and of your important values. Remember, unity does not mean erasing individual identity. It means bringing them together with mutual respect. That's what true compromise means. And it happens when both people feel honored, not defeated. So we're not trying to impose our way of life, our thinking, our approach on someone else. That will cause resentment and imbalance. Another very important element is for you to be prepared for outside pressure. You need to really seek to protect your relationship, because relationships that cross cultural or religious boundaries often face sometimes external challenges from family, from friends, or from societal expectations. I know because I am the product of such a relationship. And again, research shows that when external pressures start to cause stress on a relationship, couples who form a united front are way more likely to overcome them. You need to work together in harmony, and your relationship needs to be protected, even from the pressures of your own family. So my tip to you is to have a plan to navigate family dynamics, right? So if family's putting pressure on you, you might say, we're figuring out our path together and we appreciate your support. You're going to need to put an emphasis on standing up for love and unity, even in the face of opposition. Relationships that grow from a place of mutual respect can become a light for others, showing that love can transcend boundaries. It is also important for you to really truly have a united front when handling opposition, especially from family and friends. Because in those types of relationships, the biggest challenge can oftentimes comes from family opposition. Whether it's subtle disapproval or outright pressures, navigating these dynamics requires patience, unity, and mutual respect. Studies shows that external stressors like family disapproval can really strain a relationship. But couples who stand together as a team are way more likely to succeed, as we were just talking about. And many psychologists emphasize the importance of creating clear boundaries with family while maintaining respect for your loved ones. So have an open, honest conversation with each other about how you will respond to outside pressures. Agree on key messages, such as we love each other, and while we value your perspective, this is the path that we've chosen together. You're really going to need to be united in order to see this through. So always stay empathetic, because your family's opposition stems from a place of fear. Maybe it's fear of losing their cultural identity, or even a concern about your future. Don't get defensive. Instead, seek to communicate and to maintain harmony. You can even tell them, I understand that these differences might feel uncomfortable for you, but they've made our relationship stronger, and we'd love your support on this journey. I encourage you and your significant other to create shared rituals, even small ones, because that will enable you to bridge the cultural gap or the religious divide. And many psychologists suggest that rituals such as shared meals, evening conversations, can really build a sense of belonging and a sense of security. And unfortunately, I have seen that many couples who are no longer able to nurture their love have failed to share these small rituals that actually connect them. So find small daily routines that connect you. Find space to create time for each other, whether it's a reflection over dinner or taking regular walks together or even having a regular devotional together, a place where prayers of all kinds are welcomed and cherished. Small acts of kindness and intentional connection are powerful. Remember that small acts of kindness and intentional connection are very powerful. And love is cultivated not only in grand gestures, but in the consistency of daily care and respect. And that is how we can turn differences into strengths. I know it's not easy, but it's very important to know that this is an amazing opportunity for your love to be built based on resiliency, curiosity, shared values, and healthy compromise. And it all starts with intentional connection, because your differences can be a source of growth. And it will deepen your bond rather than divide you guys if you are in this mindset. If you have found these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. And let me know in the comments, based on what your experience is, what have you learned from navigating differences in your relationship? Because we can all learn from each other's experience. I will leave you with this. Love isn't about erasing differences. It's about embracing them and creating something new, something stronger. So no matter what your background is, no matter what your faith is, no matter what your traditions are, every relationship can indeed strive with patience, with empathy, with commitment, and with unity. So as your coach, I want you to know that you've got this, and you are indeed fighting the good fight because your efforts are aligned with this fundamental spiritual truth of the oneness of humanity. Take good care, friends.